Meanwhile, at the Oceanside Rich Manor in the front area, Scott and Annie came to the door, and as they turned and faced each other. Who would have thought make-up sex isn't sexy? Well, that was proven wrong long time ago, I'll say. Anyways, I'll meet you back at our house. Okay. And as they began kissing each other, and as they pulled back and Annie went and left, and as Scott closed the door, and as Joanna came in the living room and saw her son, Scott, and as Scott turned and saw his mom, a word please, and as Scott followed his mom to the living room and saw his father there sitting on the couch, just in time for his mom came to where his father is, and he also got up, and as they faced their son. What's going on? You tell us. Seriously, Scott? After everything she put you through, you're going back to her? Really? Meanwhile, at the Wheaton Rich Manor in Emily and Kyle's room, Emily's asleep in bed. And then she turned and feel Kyle's body, but nothing's there, which caused her to open her eyes, just as Kyle came back with a tray of food, and as he went and sat on the table, just as Emily sat up. And as he turned and faced her, and she faced him. I was in bed. Just like our first honeymoon. Boy, that was really hard back then, with my ex-husband lying to me about being my son's father, and as Kyle went and sat next to Emily. Thank God that's sorted out. Right now, I want a little more of you. And as Kyle and Emily began making out, and as Kyle got on top of Emily and pulled his rope off and began making love to Emily once again. Meanwhile, at the Los Angeles International Hospital in the front area, Lauren came to the front desk where Lindsay is, who saw her. Lindsay, I need an update on the patient that was brought in. Your husband's in room 145, but you can't go in there till the doctor gives okay. Who's working on him? I'm not liberty to say. Of course you're not. Anyways, excuse me, and as Lindsay got her tablet and got up and walked away, and as Lauren has a flashlight to her walking in Jesse's apartment, and as she closed the door, honey, I'm home. And as she began walking to the living room, I am so looking forward to us fixing our marriage. And as Lauren suddenly saw Jesse on the ground, Jesse! And as Lauren went to where Jesse is and got down and did CPR on him. Come on. And as Lauren felt Jesse's pulse, and as she got her iPhone out and called 911. Hello? I need an ambulance. Yeah, I came in and found my husband on the ground, possibly unconscious. Yeah, I'm a doctor from the Los Angeles International Hospital. Alright, please, hurry. And as Lauren hung up, and as she got down to her husband is once again, hang in there. And as she sat up and thinking, who could have done something like this? And as the flashback ended, with Lauren came over and logged into the computer. Alright, time to see who's operating on my husband. Meanwhile, in the waiting room on the other side, Gloria, Jeff, Tyler, and Sharon are talking. I'm sure Kristen's doing fine. She's a strong, noble person. Feels like it's my fault. Don't take all the blame. I have some fault as well. Look, you two. Kristen's a responsible person who can handle her own. She was almost arrested for something she didn't do. I, for one, glad that's clear up. And his friend came to the ER, and they saw her, and they got up and faced her. Is my sister gonna be okay? Meanwhile, in Kristen's room, Kristen's holding her newborn daughter with Michael there. What should we name her? I wasn't. Tell me you're joking. Well, I got a few names in mind. Meanwhile, at the Leave 'em Book Cafe, Dustin's putting books away till Julian came to where he is, and he saw him. How's the job training going? It's going good. Okay, let's go finish the application process, and I have someone to finish that. And as Dustin got up and followed Julian to the office. Meanwhile, at the Crystal Rich Manor in the living room, Tay is thinking, there's gotta be a way to save my best friend from her twin. Sorry. And as Susan came in from the other room and Tay saw and got up and faced her, that's not gonna happen. Meanwhile, at the Oceanside Rich Manor in the living room, Scott, Joanna, and Chris are talking. What are you guys doing here? I thought you two were on the way to the hospital. We did. We just had a little detour. Now back to you. Aren't you and Annie over? That's what I thought. So it changed. The fact is, I love her, and she feels the same way about me. Look, we are Scott. She lied to you point blank about your grandfather. She had her own reason. Are you hearing this right now? Yeah, I did. I really don't get this 180. It's not a 180. I just realized my marriage is too important to walk away from. Meanwhile, at the Los Sanchez International Hospital in the front area, Lawrence continued to look at information on the computer on the desk. Let's see. There you are, and she found the information. It's a good thing I work here. And as Lauren exit the browser, and as she turned the computer off and began walking down the hall. And as Rachel saw Lauren, and as Lauren saw Rachel, and as Lauren went to where Rachel is. How's my husband doing? Is he gonna be alright? That depends. What do you mean? Come with me. And as Rachel led Lauren into the empty paging room, and as she went in, and as Rachel closed the door, and as she turned and faced Lauren. It sounds serious. As a matter of fact, it is. And what's worse is, I kinda sensed this behavior before. Meanwhile, in the waiting room on the other side, Gloria, Jeff, Tyler, and Sharon are talking to Gwen. Kristen's doing well. She gave birth to an amazing girl. That's great news. Can we see her? Sure, I'll lead you all. And as Annie came to the R, just as Gwen led Sharon, Tyler, and Jeff away. But Jeff stopped and turned and saw Gloria, who didn't go nowhere. Are you okay? I'm fine, Jeff. You all go ahead. I need to talk to my sister Annie. And as Jeff and the others continue heading down the hall, while Annie went to where Gloria is. What's going on? My marriage is back in action. Cause Thomas and I aren't happy. I'm not fulfilling the damn legacy with you two. I knew you would say no, and I guess I was scared of being hurt and burned. Life's a game, and you have to play it. That's why I want to make my marriage with Scott work. Meanwhile, in Kristen's room, Kristen's holding her newborn daughter with Michael there. Megan? Yeah, that was my grandma's name, and I'll promise her I named my first daughter or second daughter after her. Well, we already named our first daughter, so I guess she got her promise in the end. Megan's a good name. Megan Goodchum. I really wish we can be a family. I know. So much has happened and we have to let things stay as they are. And as Gwen came in. Michael. Oh, I gotta go. Since your family's coming. Yeah, they are. I'll text you. And as Michael went and left the room, just as Gwen came in and went to where Kristen is. Thank you. I don't want to know anything. And as Sharon, Tyler, and Jeff came in and saw Kristen holding Megan. Meanwhile, at the Leaving Book Cafe in the office, Julian's finished interviewing Dustin. I'm really impressed by your resume, and your work ethic's amazing. I've been working at coffee shops since my mother created one a few years ago. Do you mind I ask what happened? She got a call to come here for unknown reason, so she decided to close the coffee house. I'm sorry to hear that. It's cool. Okay, come in tomorrow and you'll be on schedule. And as they got up and shook each other's hands. Welcome aboard, Dustin. Thank you. I won't let you down. And as Dustin went and left the office, just as Lucy came in and Julian saw. Do you know who Mom is? No, and it's really making me worried. Meanwhile, outside, Dustin went and got inside the taxi Prius, and as he closed the door, just as the driver turned and looked at Dustin. Where to, boss? And as Dustin got his iPhone out and turned it on and pulled up the address, and as he got a notebook out and wrote down the address. Take me here, and as Dustin gave the driver the note that has the address. Meanwhile, at the Wheaton Rich Manor in Emily and Kyle's room, Emily and Kyle are lying in bed eating breakfast. Who knew all that love making can make a person hungry? I aim to please. Yeah, you do. And I want to thank you for being here when I need you. No problem. I'm proud to be with you always. We've been through a lot, Emily. Yeah, we have. And I just want to say I have no regrets because I'm right where I belong. So am I. You know, I have an idea that can help keep my grandfather's memory alive. What would that be? by reforming our singing group. Seriously? Yeah. I mean, we all get together and perform one of John's favorite songs at the Grand Pub. So, what do you say? Meanwhile, at the Crestwood Rich Manor in the living room, Tay and Karen's really Susan are talking. Well, look who it is. The person who played me like a fool seems you are, since your career's about to go in smokes. So it was you who framed me and tried to kill Finnis wrong. That was all you, my dear. All I did is make it seem you kept your word. And as Taya went and got her bag and took her iPhone out and faced Susan. Your game is over. You don't want to push me. I can have your friend killed with one phone call. What do you want? You see, you and I are the only ones here, seeing that Kristen's at the hospital, Rich keeps Sharon occupied, and Tristan's busy, and Olivia got her drama and tidings for her ex, so I will take you down. You're too late, cause I've already sealed your fate, and once you're gone, I'll worry about the rest of your family. Meanwhile, at the Crestwood Rich Manor in the living room, Taya and Karen's little Susan are talking. I want you out of my house. Now! You won't be here for long, and besides, Vanessa can't wait to send you away, considering that her parents both died. I don't know what information you've been told, but I can save the speech, cause it's really tiresome. Just know your days will be over as you know it. And as Susan turned and left the living room, and as Taya got her iPhone and called someone. We'll see about that. Meanwhile, on the other side is Susan eavesdrop. Yes, we will. And as Susan also got her iPhone out and dialed Joanna. Meanwhile, at the Oceanside Rich Manor in the living room, Scott, Joanna, and Chris are talking. Look, no matter what I said in the past, I love Annie very much. Even though she likes you, look, we're past that. Annie and I owe it to our children to be strong. Look, I have to confess. What is it? I kinda told him to find Annie and sort things out for her. And I'm glad you told me. Of course. And I'm just hearing this now. Look, all of this happen doesn't make a difference. As much as I want to continue this, and I do, I have to run. But we'll talk later. Yes, we will. And as Scott got up and went and left the living room, and as Joanna turned and faced her husband. What? Do you realize what you've done? Yeah, I have. I'm trying to save our son's marriage. And as Joanna's iPhone rings, and as she saw who it is and got it. Now I get this, I really don't give a damn. Unless you want to lose your job, meet me at the hospital. And as Susan hung up, so did Joanna. Meanwhile, at the Los Sanchez International Hospital in the empty patient room, Lauren and Rachel are talking. Are you saying there's a chance my husband's in the shadow realm? Look, I know how this might sound. Actually, it makes sense to what's been happening. I mean, there's no signs of injuries or attack marks or anything. The question is, who's responsible for this attack? You recall someone doing this to you? Yeah, a few years ago, I was dizzy, and the next thing I know, I woke in total darkness. I mean, it sounds freaky. Oh, I had my own experience in Shadow Realm, and it's not pretty. But I can't imagine who would want to do this. Unless this is just the beginning of new danger that's coming. I have a funny feeling it's already here. Meanwhile, in the waiting room on the other side, Gloria and Annie are talking. If you truly believe your marriage will work, then it will. You know, fulfilling a legacy and being Annie, the legacy is bad news. I would know, cause Vanessa and I was sucked into it by manipulation. It's really different. Really? And how's that? I wanna not argue about it. I wanna protect my children, and I'm prepared to do whatever it takes. What about you and Jeff? I heard you and him been on a roller coaster. Jeff and I have been through a lot, but overall, we got each other to count on. That's all that matters. Meanwhile, in Kristen's room, Kristen's holding her newborn daughter while she's facing Sharon, Tyler, and Jeff with Gwen there. You're all just in time to meet my daughter Megan. You named her? Yeah, I did. One and I have come a long way in a short period of time. Wait, what? I wasn't aware that you and Will together. When did that happen? Long story. Wait, did you two know? It's my first time hearing this. Tay must have told you. Lauren did. Look, it's very complicated and I really don't want to get into it right now. All I want to do right now is enjoy the time with my beautiful daughter here. I will be back for more tests. Excuse me. And as Gwen turned and left the room, and as Jeff went and closed the door, and turned and faced Kristen with the others. Where's Mom and Dad and Scott? Mom and Dad are on their way, and Scott said he'll drop by later. Meanwhile, at the Leaving Book Cafe in the office, Lucy and Julian are talking. I cannot believe Mom's not acting like herself. When did she start noticing? When she returned from being kidnapped? Don't you find it odd that she appeared out of nowhere as if she was there? You don't think she would? Of course not. Did you talk to Vince? No. He's busy with his own dilemma. Whatever the matter is, we need to be on guard. We have to save our parents' marriage. The only way to do that is find out what happened to Mom when she was gone. And I happen to know a guy who can help us. You mean the person who helped you in your plan before? I have my reasons, and I know this guy can find out why the hell our mom's acting like this. Meanwhile, at the Wheaton Ridge Manor in Emily and Kyle's room, Emily and Kyle are lying in bed while talking. I think it's a great idea if all of us come back together. Our group has changed your life. Yeah, be though as it may, I became a better person than I was before. Frank, Wayne, me, and Linda brainwashed into believing you were someone else. I broke through in the end and be able to relive that dream. Well, I gotta say I'm glad. You think the others wanna join? If we said our reason, I'm sure it won't be a problem. And as Kyle went and got his iPhone just in time for it to beep, and he saw it's a text. And turned to look at Emily. Look, I got something to take care of, but I'll be back. And as Kyle went and started getting ready, just as Emily sat up and as she thinking, I have to do some brainstorming. And as Kyle came back in and went and kissed his wife. And as he turned and went and left the room. Meanwhile, at the Sherwood Ridge Manor in the living room, Michael came in the room, and as he has a flashback of him talking to Michelle and David. Seriously? You're saying yeah, I am. I can't tell you how happy we are to hear you say that. Only with one condition. Name it. I want to get to know the rest of your family. Done. And it's a flashback and everything is finally coming along. Even though I lost my wife to that son of a bitch. No matter. Since he has no clue that I'm really the father of my new daughter. Suddenly, someone knocked on the door. Really? What the hell? And as Michael turned and headed to the front. And as soon as he arrived and got the door, and it's Dustin, who is not pleased to see Michael.